Hey, what's going on guys? This is Jay, and in today's video I would like to explain to you how much money do you need to start with your dropshipping business. And I know that this is a fairly common question. I know that a lot of people have already answered this question before, but I wanted to give you my honest opinion, my transparent opinion, because I see that there is a lot of information that is kind of misleading. So some people like to tell you that you don't need anything to start, that you can start with nothing. And some people also like to tell you that you only can start with a lot of money. But probably you know the answer. The more money you have, the better. That is my honest answer. And I probably you already know this, but I wanted to record this video because when I started, someone told me that I only needed like $100. And because of that, when I didn't have results after I spent my $100, I got super frustrated, and I felt like I was a failure. And I know that some people are gonna have a completely different mindset. They are gonna push through those obstacles, but some people like me are gonna have these type of problems and then they are gonna stop. So this is exactly the thing that I am trying to tell you, that the more money you have, the better, and you have to look for other ways to have more money to invest in your business. And this is the correct mindset before you start with your business, because if you think that you can become successful without money, let's say that with less than $300, then you're gonna be wrong, because maybe you're gonna be lucky and maybe I am wrong, and maybe you can make a lot of money with $100, or maybe you can start with nothing if you already have a popular Facebook page or a popular Instagram page, or if you are already a celebrity or something like that. Of course, there are always exceptions, but the reality is that for most people, you have to have a lot of money, or not a lot of money, but you have to have a decent amount of money before you start. Not a lot of money. What I am trying to say is that the more money you have, the better. So I guess that I am starting to confuse myself. I guess that I am just rambling, but let's go straight to the content. So here guys, the bare minimum is gonna be $300. And this is gonna be the minimum because with this amount of money, you're gonna be able to invest, you're gonna be able to pay for your Shopify store, you're gonna be able to pay for a couple of apps, and you're gonna be able to start investing with Facebook ads. You're gonna be able to start with your first Facebook campaigns, and at the same time you can start with your first influencers. So this is a really good number because you're gonna have the possibility to invest with a couple of influencers. Maybe they are not gonna be super big, they are gonna be pretty small, but that is gonna be a good thing because you're gonna start to see the results. You're gonna start to see results with that type of money. And here guys, something super interesting is that actually a lot of people like to think that dropshipping is saturated because they see that a lot of people are talking about dropshipping. But the reality is that I would say that most people don't even invest $200. Most people only invest like $50, and then they get frustrated as me because they didn't see results. It is exactly the same thing that happened to me. So this is the same cycle. A lot of people tell beginners that they can start with nothing, then they don't have results, and then they get frustrated, and then they don't start another business, or then they maybe are gonna lose a lot of time trying to think in a better business, or they are gonna lose a lot of time and a lot of money trying to think in something else, when in reality the solution was only having more money in order to invest that money in their business. So the bare minimum is gonna be $300, but still this is not gonna be the best number. So that's why here in the middle I put this amount, and the best number I would say that is gonna be $300 and $1,000. And if you're from the US, it's gonna be super easy to get this amount of money. You can get a minimum wage job and you're gonna get this amount of money just in a couple of weeks, I guess, or in a couple of days. Depending on the jobs that you can do, you can get this money super quickly. And if you are not from the US, I know that this type of money can be a little bit challenging to get, but still it's possible, it's doable. So even if you are in a third world country, or let's say that in a developing country, still you can get a job, and maybe you will have to save for a couple of months, but still that is going to be the best way to start. So this is gonna be the best way to start again, because you are not gonna get frustrated when you don't see results because you didn't invest enough money, if that makes sense. Hopefully this is making sense. As you can see, English is not my first language. I guess that this is not super important, but yeah, I guess I just wanted to say that. So with $1,000 and more, that with this amount of money, that is gonna be the best way to start, because with this amount of money, you're gonna be able to test anything. So for example, if you have $1,000, then you're gonna be able to pay all the apps that you want. You can pay, of course, for your Shopify store, for your monthly fee, and at the same time, you're gonna have more money to invest in different strategies. But also something super important is that with $1,000, you're gonna be able to solve the problems that you can face in the near future. For example, you can probably have a problem with your supplier, or sometimes you're gonna have a problem with one of your customers. So it's always better to be ready to these type of obstacles, because if you are ready with the money, then you are not gonna have more problems. Because the thing about this is that, let's say that you already ordered let's say 10 products, and that you already received the money from the customers. If after 1 month your supplier is not sending anything, and if you don't have the money to solve this problem, then probably what can happen is that PayPal can close your account, and then Facebook will close your accounts because they will see that you didn't even fulfill your orders, and that is not going to be good for you, because that is going to give you even more problems. But if you have enough money to cover that type of problem, maybe you're going to go to another supplier and you're going to look for another way to solve this. Then in that case, you're going to avoid more problems. So that's why, for example, if you start with only $300 or less, if you have one of these problems, then it's going to be really hard to solve future problems. So that's why the more money you have, the better. And here, guys, as I said before, this is probably a message, and this is probably a video that not a lot of people are gonna like, because a lot of people like to think that they can start with nothing. And as I said before, there are exceptions, but the market is not as good as you think. So this is something that you have to have in mind, that the market is the market, and the market doesn't care about you, doesn't care about me. The market just cares about the market. So this means that if you are a customer, for example, you are not going to care about me, and if I am a customer, I am not going to care about the person that is selling something. And that is the truth of business. So yeah, guys, this is why you have to have more money. The more money you have, the better. And yeah, this is just a simple video. This is not something that I have to explain for hours. This is just a simple video. And if I want to speak a little bit more about my story, because this is the reason why I recorded this video. When I started again, I thought that with $100 it was possible to become successful here with dropshipping. But the reality is that once I started to see that I was losing all my money, I got really scared, and I started to look for other business models, and I started to look for a better way to make money, when in reality I was doing the best way to make money. I was starting with the best opportunity, but I lost a lot of time trying to look for something else, when in reality the solution to all my problems was in front of me. But once I had more money, once I started to have more money with different things that I was doing at the time, that was the point where, that was my breaking point. That was my breakthrough. I guess that is the correct word. Because when I started to see that I was able to invest in more tests, that I was able to invest in different ideas, then that's when finally the results started to come. And this is just something that always happens, that something that is always the same. So for example, with Facebook ads, you are always going to lose money with the first campaigns. So this is a fact. I know that some people are going to be lucky and they're going to be successful, they are going to start to get results from the get-go, but for most people, they're not going to get this type of results, and that's why most people get frustrated. This was the same story as, they shared the same story with me. So yeah, guys, these are the amounts of money that you need to start. This is everything for this video. I will continue recording more videos about this. Hopefully you find this video valuable. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you like the content. I will post more videos, and if you didn't like the video, make sure to leave me a comment in order to continue improving. I know that maybe the lighting is not the best, and maybe I know, maybe I am doing something wrong. If you have a different opinion, tell me please. I will be happy to read your comments. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.